Hello and welcome to the Demo Jam. Today it is May 21st, 2020. My name is Jeff Grosse and I'm a Salesforce MVP and one of the co-hosts here at the App Demo Jam. Along with me, I've got two of my best friends in the world. First off, I got Joshua Hoskins, a fellow Salesforce MVP. Hello, Joshua.
Hey everyone, great to be here today. Really excited for the demo jams we've got coming up. Epic lineup, right, Amanda?
It is. Exactly. And that Amanda of which he speaks, that's Amanda Nelson from the AppExchange. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, how are you? I'm super excited for today's demo jam. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic. Well, I was going to say it's a sunny day. It's actually not. It's a rainy day. But you know what? It's lovely anyway. I tell you what, you are all going to be hearing today about sales apps from the AppExchange. We're going to be seeing some demos from great companies. You can all follow along on Twitter and use the hashtag DemoJam. Today's participants include Decisions on Demand, Tango Card, Dun & Bradstreet, Copado, Invisible and in-app guidance from Salesforce Labs. Now, on to the rules. Joshua, why don't you tell us how the rules of a demo jam work?
Sure, Jeff, not a problem. Rules haven't changed. That's the first good news, right? 3 minutes, no more than 3 minutes, but if you can do all of your app features in 3 minutes or less, that's awesome too. No slides. We want to see the best of your applications, so we want to be able to see it in real time. And as always, there'll be one winner who will be the happy recipient of a trophy and bragging rights for this demo jam. Can't wait to get started.
Absolutely. Well, it's time for me to kick it off. Our first contestant today is Copado. Copado is a top-shelf native dev platform for Salesforce. They enable the enabling faster, error-free digital and deployment and upgrades with continuous integration technologies and agile release management that works enterprise class across the entire platform that's 100% native and fully integrated with Salesforce DX and all the Salesforce clouds. In order to show that off today, I've got Kevin. Hey, Kevin, can you hear me?
Certainly can.
Brilliant. Well, let's go ahead and show your screen up here. And once we got that going, I want to kick your timer off. So let's see. I'm still seeing the rules. Joshua, are you seeing
I see it. It looks great.
Okay, brilliant. Then, Kevin, your time begins now.
Perfect. So those of you that are making changes to Salesforce probably have a release flow that looks something like this. Now, as you push your changes upstream with Copado, you'll be able to test your changes and resolve conflicts. Not to mention, all the Git operations will be automated in the background. So forget about the pain of dealing with a version control system. Now in Copado, we commit our work against user story records that have been synced from systems like Jira, Rally, or other ALM tools. Here's an example of a user story with all of the requirements filled in to inform my work. And we always know where the work is currently being done and where it needs to be deployed to next. This gets everyone to follow a consistent merge process. Now in this case, once I've finished creating my custom fields, workflows, objects, etc. in Dev 1, I simply click on the Commit Changes button here to select my components. And any of you that have worked with change sets before, this is going to feel similar, but it's much faster and more intuitive. And we're assembling changes that'll be committed to version control through points and clicks, so any role can begin to use this right away. For example, I could sort by the work that was modified most recently. I can do a filter based on certain metadata types like custom objects, custom fields, etc. I can even search in here based off of metadata name, and in this case, select an object in a field. And once I have everything I need, I can click on the Commit Changes button, and that's it. Copado will now create a feature branch in your company's Git repository for these changes. Now, once we've committed changes, they're also going to be logged in this sub-tab here on the user story called Commits. And Copado will automatically flag any potential conflicts to help team members resolve these early on in the process. I can also run a number of tests right here from the user story by leveraging this drop down in the top right. But to keep this simple for now, let's assume that our work here is done, it's tested, and it's time to deploy these changes upstream to release them to the sales users. To do so, I would use the pipeline manager, which informs me of the user stories that are ready to be deployed. So looking at Dev 1, there are a total of 8 stories. And when I click in, I can even cherry pick the user stories that I want to include in a specific deployment up to the integration environment. And then I click on the blue button to kick that deployment off. It's really that easy. The same exact process for all these other orgs too, is I can continue to deploy the existing user stories all the way up to production. And if you're sick of sandbox refreshes like I am, you can instead back deploy changes in the same manner by clicking on one of these backward arrows, choosing the stories that your environment is behind on, and syncing up your org instantly. And lastly, because we're 100% native to Salesforce, everything we've done here is reportable right out of the box. Thank you.
You were right on time exactly. And I tell you what, man, the things that have changed over the years within Salesforce as far as pushing changes back and forth. I'm not a developer, so I don't tend to do the kinds of changes that you just showed there, but it is so much simpler the way you do it now. Love that it's native to Salesforce. We can see it all right inside of the interface we're used to, being able to see the visual of how many stories and everything that's involved in that particular release, being able to push it out to multiple sandboxes and production. You guys are making it completely simple, following all of the best practices within release management and being able to push those changes around. It kind of reminds me of, well, in a way that in the past when you had to really understand how to move code around with ant files and things like that. You guys have simplified this tremendously. So I am sure that a lot of people are extremely excited for what Copado can do. Amanda, I want to turn it over to you and see what we've got as an audience question for Copado.
Yes, we have been polling Twitter to get some questions. And for future demo jams, you can definitely ask your questions at hashtag demo jam. The question we have is, are you able to push changes to profiles with Copado?
Yeah, this is a question we get very often because profiles are so big. There are thousands and thousands of lines of XML, and it's difficult to push that with native functionality. But what we do is we break those sorts of profiles, permission sets, objects down into pushing them even just partially. So we're doing a true diff of the changes that you've made to your profile and only pushing those changes instead of trying to slap a whole brand new profile over the existing one.
Fantastic. Well, nice job with your demo, Kevin. Everything went well and you showed it off really well. So appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, Joshua, it's time to turn it over to you for our second demo of the day.
Great. Thanks a lot, Jeff. Really appreciate it. Next up, we've got decisions on demand. To run an effective account-based sales strategy, every account needs to be assigned to the right territory and owner, and inbound leads need to be matched to an account and routed accordingly if possible. That can be very tricky to manage as your business grows and evolves, especially when adding account teams with SDRs, sales engineers, customer success managers, and other roles. Decisions on Demand helps you automate complex assignments at scale, not only for accounts and leads, but also context opportunities or any other object you can think about. It's super customizable and it will support pretty much any sales process you can come up with. And today we've got Jael with us. Jael, you ready to show us Decisions on Demand in 3 minutes or less?
I am.
Perfect. Over to you. Your time starts now. Good luck.
All right, thank you, Joshua. Hi, everyone. So let's jump right into a scenario showing how decisions on demand can help make an account-based sales strategy run more smoothly. So what we want to do is to take this list of new accounts that we've uploaded with only some basic address information and other fields, and assign all of them to a territory, a segment, and an owner. So what we are doing in this scenario is a combination of round robin assignments for certain groups and load balancing for others to make sure that everybody in the North America area gets a fair distribution of accounts based on their location and competency. So that's the end result. How did we get to this? So we use what we call a business policy, which defines all of the rules that together get the accounts assigned to segments, territories, owners, and teams. First, you can see we have some segment rules, pretty simple for this demo scenario. But in fact, any policy can use any field accessible in Salesforce as a condition. So you can customize this to your heart's content. Territory rules, they mainly aggregate the basic address fields as you would expect. So this can be very coarse-grained at continent or country level. It can be very fine-grained at area code, zip code, city level. So they can be as complex as you want them or need them to be. Then the main assignment rules in this policy will assign an account owner, typically the account executive. That can be a direct assignment to an individual user. It can be a round-robin assignment to members of a group, and it can also be a load-balanced assignment. And lastly, we have the account team members. So this is critical to having a complete follow-up with your customers throughout their life cycle. So you have an SDR in the initial stages, a customer success manager later, maybe a channel manager as well. You can see this is using some groups. So we're basically basing that on the public groups and the queues that are available in Salesforce, to which we've added some additional capabilities like waiting, ordering, etc. Now, of course, you'll want to edit these rules, which you can do in Salesforce or by downloading this policy into Excel. And you can edit the rules there as well and upload them back into Salesforce. Then all of this can be monitored in a dashboard, as well as in detail in execution logs. So I didn't have a chance to touch on lead to account matching or lead assignment in this short demo, but we do that as well.
Oh, your time is up. But listen, I want to know where your app was a couple of years ago when I was doing a lot of Sales Cloud implementations. I mean, this app is like so genius because it includes everything you would need for decision making. I will admit, in absence of this app, I have seen code built and architected to be able to do the load balancing, and it's way less efficient than what's here today. So thank you for getting your app on the AppExchange, because not only are you able to actually execute the decision and the changes that it makes, but also you have a history of when a decision was made and why it was made. And a lot of the times, if you don't think through that, you always have to go back, especially when money is at stake in terms of assignment. So it's very important to have that to have that there. The other thing that I liked about this demo is you're able to have an active version and a current version and be able to change the versions on demand. So if you get something wrong, you can go back to the other version. So thank you for that great demo. This is one of the reasons why I love the demo jams, because it's a 3-minute sneak peek of that tool that you need, that you got to tell someone about, that can literally save you hours and make your job a lot more easier for apps like this. So thank you so much. Amanda, what questions out there do we have out there for decisions on demand?
Yes, that was a great demo. The question is, couldn't you do this with Data Loader, native assignment rules, and Process Builder?
Sure, that could work if you have a really simple Salesforce org, but the complexity of these rules tends to grow very quickly as you add more people to your organization and your sales team becomes more complex. So you'll find your admin spending lots and lots of time managing that, and more importantly, the accuracy will start to suffer, so people will get the wrong assignments. Leads will slip through the cracks, and you'll start losing out on revenue. So it's definitely worth doing this properly to make sure that your sales organization runs smoothly.
I fully support that answer, plus 1,000. Thank you so much. Jeff, who do we have up next?
Well, next up, we've got Dun & Bradstreet. We're going to be talking about the Optimizer for Salesforce. It's an application that sits directly in Salesforce to cleanse and enrich lead, contact, and account data. We all know the value of quality and clean data. Well, this is a solution for Salesforce customers looking to replace data.com. DNP Optimizer supports accurate data entry, deduping, segmenting, and reporting. DNP Optimizer automates the data maintenance to improve data accuracy across sales, operations, and marketing initiatives all together. And to show it off today, we have a demoer who is brilliant at this. John, are you out there?
Yep, I'm here. Thank you. How's
Brilliant.
my screen look?
You're
Can you folks see that?
I do see it. And it's time to jump in because your 3 minutes starts now.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Again, this is John here from Dun & Bradstreet. So the product I'm going to show you here is called Optimizer for Salesforce. Now, the objective of this product is to ensure that all account records in your CRM are enhanced with an up-to-date data set that's actually going to help with your sales and marketing efforts. Now, it starts here with new account creation. So let's say I'm a rep coming in here to create a new account for a deal I'm working on with Verizon. So I'm going to run a search. Now, what am I searching for right here? Two things. First, you're looking through your own Salesforce instance duplicates. We want to make sure we don't create those. If we find a potential duplicate, we'll flag that with this cloud icon and with this link, and you can jump in here and keep doing your work. The second thing we're looking through is D&B's database of over 330 million business records to try to find a matching record. So the goal is to look through and say, okay, I can go over here and filter more, but find the record I'm looking for. Say, great, this is the one I need, the Verizon and Basking Ridge. When I hit create, we are going to pre-fill the create account form for you. We're going to give you the business name, the DUNS number, and some location information. So already we've avoided creating a duplicate. And really, what does this do? Well, as it loads, I'm going to tell you that the key is we're trying to give the D&B optimizer its best opportunity to find a matching D&B record. Like I said, the goal is to come in and match them all to a DUNS number. So you can see this match was successful. So when you create it, we take that DUNS number and we say, hey, do we have record of this company in our database? If so, we append all of the relevant D&B information in a D&B company record custom object. So this holds 95 fields that can help with your sales and marketing efforts. So you'll jump through, you'll see firmographic info like corporate linkage fields, you'll see sales, you'll see revenue, all things that will help you better understand the company you're going after. Now, you may be looking at this and thinking, okay, this is great, but that's a ton of data. I don't need all of it. And what good is it to me if it's in a custom object? Well, luckily, you have the opportunity to pick and choose which fields will help you the most and pull them into your standard account objects so they'll appear right in front of you. Here's an example of like 8 or so fields that I pulled in that are actually D&B fields. Now, how does this work? Well, your admin is going to set this up for you using our data integration rule settings. In the update section, they have the ability to say, okay, what D&B calls NAICS description 1, map that to what I call NAICS code. So that way, every time a match occurs, we're pulling that data in real time. Last thing to show here is we come through, this is the back part of the CRM. So let's say all your accounts have matched. Well, what do we do now? There's still work to be done. So your data stewards can come in and find some duplicates. They can clean those up for you and merge them together. Additionally, we need to find out who the parent companies are of these records. So we might say, hey, here's a match, but we know who the parent is. Let's combine those together. Again, all we want to do is bring as much information forward as we can to give you more information about the company you're trying to sell to.
Right in on time, John. So good job on that. I tell you, so many companies struggle with, well, I'm not telling the right person about this. Everybody, you are very familiar with the fact that companies are struggling with getting the right data in, and we can't sell effectively if we don't have the right data that's up to date. And I've always kinda heard it described as your data in Salesforce sometimes ages like fish, not like wine, because of the fact that it's so transient and people update what company they're at. There's all kinds of different you talk about the matching that goes on in here and the data enrichment that comes from it. No single person can actually manage all that data out there on their own. So you need a tool like the optimizer, and the value of being able to bring all that in, make sure that it's up to date so that your sales, marketing, and operations teams can all do the best job possible and sell directly in without having to guess about this, and everybody can be on the same page and you're feeding them the right data. It's, frankly brilliant, and it's a great app to have out there, and every organization, I don't think there's an organization that doesn't need this kind of data and doesn't struggle with the quality of the data that they have. Well, unless they're an optimizer customer, then they don't have to struggle. So let me turn it over to Amanda and see what have we got for an audience question for John today, Amanda.
That was a great demo. The question is, what data points does your team use to identify those opportunities for the sales teams to target?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the answer I always bring to that is that it is going to vary between companies. You know, for some people, hey, the most important piece is going to be employees. For others, it's going to be revenue. Others, it's going to be NAICS. And luckily, you know, we give you all these data points so that you have the opportunity as the user to decide what moves the needle for you. You don't have to include all of them, but you say, okay, we care about employees and we need industry to help, you know, with targeting. So it really does vary.
Brilliant. Well, John, thanks so much for the demo. We appreciate you being here. I'm going to give it over to Joshua for the next contestant.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jeff. Next up, we've got Revenue Grid. Revenue Grid is a Salesforce native customer engagement toolset that helps you lead your team to repeatable revenue. The platform includes 3 tools: Revenue Inbox, Revenue Engage, and Revenue Guide. Today, we've got the VP of Partnerships and Strategic Alliances, who's just going to show us how you wrap all of those 3 products into a great 3-minute demo or less. Can you do it?
I'll try.
All right, your screen's visible. I can hear you great. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Thank you. So some of you might know us previously as Smart Cloud Connect, and we recently rebranded as Revenue Grid, which is a revenue acceleration platform that includes 3 different components I'm going to show you today. Now let's imagine that you are a VP sales and you got a call from your CEO asking how our pipeline looks for this month. Now, you know, your team has always problems updating Salesforce. You know, you need to remind them to update Salesforce and bring all the opportunities up to date. But what if we can bring all this information that exists in email and calendar, overlay it into Salesforce and provide you much better information of your opportunities? We can immediately see that a few opportunities here are in red and require some attention. Let's dive into this first one. We bring this information from your email, from your calendar, and we see that the last meeting was on February 27th. The last inbound email from this opportunity, March 10th. But the rep put it a close date in 5 days. Obviously, I need to remove that before my CEO meets his board. Let's look at the next one that required attention. And we can see here that actually things look great here. We had meeting today, we have inbound emails, but we can bring all this information from email and calendar. Who are we talking to? We actually putting a lot of information here with the contact role or evaluator. We're not reaching the decision maker, Sasha, and we identified 4 other contacts in email, in calendar that we didn't map into Salesforce. These are really, really important. We can also see what information we sent out, and we didn't send out an agreement. There's no way we're going to close it in 5 days like we planned. We can also dive in to the team level. We can see how each person in the team is performing by analyzing those communication channels, and dive into the individual rep, see his opportunities, sees his meetings, and all his activity. We take all those activities, we break down your sales process into small steps called signals to make sure the sales rep do not drop balls. So whatever you have a formal process or an informal, we can help you. We also provide the side panel in Outlook that brings Salesforce into your email client, whether you use Outlook or Gmail, and you can see all your information, including custom object and custom fields, and even make changes straight from your email client. And we're going to mark this opportunity as one, straight from email. Last, we also provide email sequencing. Sometimes it's difficult to get to the people. You can generate a sequence of emails that helps you get through to the decision maker. In summary, it's a powerful revenue acceleration platform that helps you be scalable and automated in your sales process. Turn all your sales team into your top sales team. Thank you.
Awesome. Just right in the nick of time. That was a great demo. all three areas in one demo. It's just great. I can now understand why you recently decided to rebrand. I mean, all of those different components definitely have all paths to lead to revenue acceleration. So thank you so much for that demo. Amanda, what questions do we have out there from the audience?
Yes, the question is, how does this enhance existing Salesforce dashboards?
Well, the existing Salesforce dashboards are relied on the information you bring from externally. So we bring all this information. So if you want to create regular dashboards, you can. And second, even if this communication information does not exist in Salesforce, we still provide this sales analytics that provide this extra information that you can break down into what's important for your organization. And this way, make sure that the opportunities that require attention will appear in red or yellow, where you can address them with your sales team.
Awesome. That's excellent information. Thanks again for your demo. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Stay tuned. You will have an opportunity to vote shortly after. We're going to go ahead and run into our next contestant, which is Tango Card. Tango Card makes gift cards easy to send to Tango Cards makes gift cards easy to send and awesome to receive. Their app, Reward Genius for Salesforce, provides a simple way for sellers to digitize gift cards and engage prospects, close deals, but also grow customer accounts by sending the most popular US and global gift cards directly from a Salesforce contact or lead to a records recipient's inbox. Today we've got Elliot with us. Elliot, are you out there?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, I would love to see how Tango Card can make my customers and prospects a lot more easier to just sweeten the deal a little bit more to close the deal. Can you show us that today?
I'd love to show you that.
All right, your 3-minute starts now. Good luck.
Cool. Okay, so Rewards Genius for Salesforce enables Salesforce users to manually send gift cards right from a leader contact page, or allows admins to set up automated programs using Process Builder. The app is built on Lightning components and is designed to work with any configuration of custom objects. I'd like to provide a quick example of how our customers use Rewards Genius for Salesforce to send digital gift cards to their prospects. So as a sales rep, I occasionally want to send a gift card to a lead who's maybe joined me for a product demo. I'm already on the appropriate lead page in Salesforce, logging my activity. So all I have to do is select the Sales Team Thank You program in the Reward Launcher component and click Send Reward. This program happens to use a coffee bean and tea leaf gift card, but we also have a global catalog of hundreds of brands available, which can be found at rewardsgenius.com. This program empowers the sales rep to specify the reward amount within a pre-configured range of $10 to $25 in this case, but that's going to vary depending on what makes the most sense for the particular use case. Some programs are just going to be locked to a specific denomination. Others for maybe like a referral might go much higher than $25, maybe even up to $1,000 in some cases. And lastly, users can choose to include a message, which I'll go ahead and do in this case. And then as soon as I click Send Reward, this gift card is going to be queued up and will be sent to the recipient shortly. Now I'd like to show you what the prospect experience is when they receive the gift card. So gift cards are delivered on custom configured email templates that contain the digital gift card in an activated, ready-to-spend format. No account or activation is required. And this is the format of a digital gift card. The recipient simply clicks on this link and they can then spend it right from their phone in a coffee shop. Now I'm going to navigate back to Salesforce, and I'd like to quickly show you the related rewards component, which enables customers to quickly and easily keep track of which contacts, leads, or any other object or entity that might be receiving gift cards have received in the past. So you can see the program, the date that the gift card was sent, the brand that was sent, the amount, and the status. So there are a few things to know about Rewards Genius for Salesforce before we wrap up. Accounts are pre-funded so that it's super simple for Salesforce users to send gift cards, and there's no cost to use the app. Customers simply pay for the value of the rewards they send. Customers interested in using Rewards Genius for Salesforce will also need a free Rewards Genius account, which is accessible from rewardsgenius.com or from our AppExchange listing. Ultimately, Rewards Genius for Salesforce enables customers to quickly and easily send digital gift cards right from Salesforce in order to engage customers, prospects, and employees. Learn more by visiting our AppExchange listing.
Right on
Boom.
time. I didn't even have to let the elephant roar there.
All right.
Absolutely.
We aim to
You
please.
know what I love? You know what I love about that is that you answered all of my questions. I know there will be a question out there. We always find one, but you hit on all of the great points. I wanted to be able to understand that the amounts that I send were customizable by my use case. I wanted to be able to understand the transaction history. I wanted it to be able to understand how easy it is for my customers to be able to activate and actually use it. Who wants to get sent a gift card if I have to go through a lot of rigmarole to actually use it? So all of those things came out through loud and clear in your demo. So thank you for taking the time to really systematically walk us through that. I appreciate it.
Awesome. It's our pleasure.
Cool. Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Elliot at Tango Card?
Yeah, once I saw that coffee gift card, I wanted some Starbucks. But the question is similar. So do you support all different vendors globally, and also do you support multiple currencies?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So on the coffee question, we all know that sales teams love coffee. They love to drink coffee. They love to buy their customers coffee, and we've got a variety of different gift cards available, including Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, et cetera, et cetera. And we do have a global catalog, and we mean global, in both multiple currencies and for multiple countries. So right from our rewardsgenius.com website, we have our reward catalog visible, and so it's super easy to browse. You can select a specific country if you want to see sort of what's available in Australia. You can filter down, see gift cards available there. And just really briefly, we do offer a selection of both closed loop gift cards, which are for a specific retailer like Apple, like iTunes, and we do also offer a selection of open loop gift cards, Visa and MasterCard, that can be spent anywhere, that Visa is accepted. And lastly, we also have a really cool product called Reward Link, which puts the choice in the hands of the recipient. So instead of the sender having to figure out which gift card their customer is going to enjoy, they simply send a reward link for, call it $50, and the recipient can then choose from a catalog of gift cards that are available to them.
That's great. Hey, Jeff, I'm in India this week. I don't know where I'll be in the next couple months, but I would love a Starbucks gift card for India when they open back up.
Yes, I'm sure that's possible. And man, that's just like
We can help you
brilliant.
out.
The fact that it's built directly in there, fantastic stuff.
Who do we have
Well,
up next?
we have one more demo today. This is in-app guidance. I ask you the question, what if you could train your team on Salesforce, make your users' jobs easier, and deliver helpful and even custom contents to your team right inside of Salesforce? Well, this is not the stuff of imagination. You can do exactly that. This new app, in-app guidance, the package on Sales Cloud for Sales Cloud customers on Lightning Experience, showcases the new in-app guidance feature and helps your users learn how to use 5 key features to boost their productivity right where they are inside Salesforce. And it takes just 5 minutes to install. That is an easy install. But to show us exactly how it works and all the benefits and let's call it the bells and whistles, I got Rebecca and Leah out there who are going to show us exactly how this works. Rebecca and Leah, are you there?
Hello.
Hey, I want to see a
Hi, we're here.
screen. It's great
Okay.
to hear voices. I want to see a screen. Let's see. There, it's coming up. Bingo. Well, your time begins now, and good luck.
Hi, again, I'm Leah.
And I'm Rebecca.
We're here to show you the package that's all about boosting sales user productivity and Lightning Experience. In-app guidance is a new Salesforce feature that lets you create custom personalized pop-up messages for training, change management, adoption, and announcements. But if your day is super busy, you may not have the time to create prompts on your own. So, leveraging the generally available in app guidance feature, we created prompts for you and packaged them up. This package becomes your shortcut to easily and effectively communicating to your users right inside of the app. Since we've already installed the package, we can go right ahead and check out the prompts on the in app guidance setup page. Now, you may be asking how we determine which features to highlight. We asked Trailblazer MVPs a simple question: what pre built prompts would you love to show up to your users without having to build them yourself? It's super simple to take a look at the prompts. Right from the drop-down menu on each row, select Preview. We're going to preview the Favorites prompt first. Each of the prompts in the package were created to appear on the Accounts Home tab. Once you're familiar with in-app guidance, you can clone and switch location. Users see a friendly reminder to check out favorites with a link to a Salesforce help topic. With floating prompts, we can place the prompt right next to favorites so users know right where to click. Let's take a look at another prompt that's really helpful. It's about the help menu. Again, we place the floating prompt right next to the feature we're highlighting, so it's easy for users to try out. One of the top requests we got was providing users with quick tips for common features like recent items, chatter, and list views. So we made 3 docked prompts, which have more room for learning content like this. Now users can follow along with the tips as they're working in the app. In addition to the helpful tips on the screen, each of the prompts links to a help topic with screenshots and all the details needed. That's the quick tour of the 5 prompts that you get in the package. Now, if your brain works anything like the typical admin brain, you're probably asking if you can customize these prompts. And the answer is yes. Right from the row level action menu, you can clone and edit. There's a super easy to follow flow that walks you through each of the steps of creating or editing prompts. By starting with these prompts, we hope that you find that creating your own prompts is super easy, and before long, you'll have a whole lineup of prompts for your sales team. It really just takes a few minutes to install the package from AppExchange, so we hope you try it out. That's it for us, so thank you.
Wow. Under time, but I tell you what about value? That is an amazing thing to be able to build this stuff in. Obviously, it is native Salesforce, so it looks
Yeah.
Salesforce-esque. You kinda knew I was looking for a new button there, but I saw because you can do the clone, hey, I can just go ahead and make this anywhere I need it to. And that is brilliant because there is so much information that people either don't do regularly or they wanna be able to refer back to. They wanna be able to understand how to do their job in these different areas of Salesforce, and the fact that you can point it to exactly where you want it to be. You showed the example of the favorites there. This is stuff that people need to know in order to do their jobs most effectively. So, brilliant stuff. I like it. Amanda, I bet you we got a question out there. Can we stump them?
Yes, maybe this one will. The question is, do you have common prompts that you have heard about and that you would recommend using?
So really, this package is all about picking those common prompts that you have. Again, Salesforce created the in-app guidance feature. You can use it and create your own prompts, but we just wanted to give people kind of a head start and know what we found by talking to a bunch of Trailblazer MVPs they want the most. So this package is the common prompts that you want to create, and we've created them for you.
Man, fantastic stuff. We have seen some amazing demos today, but Amanda, what time is it now?
Oh, what time is it? It is voting time. So, the vote, we are going to show the voting slide in just a moment, Joshua, when you have a chance. And the thing about the voting is that it is only open for 24 hours from when this recording went live, meaning that it ends May 22nd at 2 o'clock Eastern. So if you're watching this and it is after that date, you are unable to vote, unfortunately, but obviously you can see all of these amazing demos. So while the voting is open, why don't we just hear from Joshua and Jeff what they thought of that great demo jam today?
That was
Wow, what's
good
their
stuff. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
what do we say now? I mean, so here's the thing. We're changing it up. Things are a little bit different. We're trying something new, and instead of having to be live on the demo jam like you always were every third Thursday, now we put it up for 24 hours and you guys can all be a part of the voting out there. Of course, there are some rules about that, Joshua. What were our rules about voting?
The rules are it's open for 24 hours. You can only vote once, and voting will close May 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern.
But what if I have 1,000 friends at my company that want to vote for me? Can they
That's
all
not
vote for
allowed.
me? Oh, okay. All right. All right. We got to play fair,
Just like you,
everybody. So
exactly. Just like you can't do a demo jam over 3 minutes, you can't vote for your own company. So we're very much looking forward to all the votes from all the people viewing this, just because there's so much good stuff to see.
absolutely. So they're definitely the place to go to find out new apps that are out there. Today we were focused on sales apps. You got the 3 minutes a piece. I liked what I saw today. There were some great apps out there, some free, some with paid subscriptions, and some that are going to be just adding a ton of value inside of Salesforce, increasing your quality of data, the availability of processes, heck, sending out gift cards to people. That's all good stuff.
I was going to say the same thing. They're all super useful. The time savers, each one of them. Whether it's on data quality or deploying to upwards to sandboxes. We know that that's complex. To just being able to simply reward your customer. All the apps today really did a great job. It's no easy task to get all the features into 3 minutes, but we had some great demos and presentations today. So good luck to you all, and this has been super fun.
So, Amanda, do you want to round it out for us?
I will. Can you go to the next slide, Joshua? So we will be announcing the winner on Twitter at #DemoJam. So make sure you follow AppExchange on Twitter. We will announce the winner. We'll also link to their app, so you can actually check it out and install it. And all of these apps, as well as the recording here, are available on appdemojam.com. So be sure to check that out. And all of this is possible because of the AppExchange. We really are the hub of the Salesforce ecosystem, making it easy to find ready to install solutions, as well as work with consultants, having apps for all different industries and lines of business, as well as so many certified experts that are consultants there as well. And we actually just passed 8 million installs. We couldn't have done that without all of you and our amazing customers. So thank you so much for helping us reach that milestone. Thank you all for joining today's Demo Jam. We hope you enjoyed watching it, whether it was in the voting period or not. Either way, it's been so great having you and having all of our partners today.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Go out there and vote and check out all these apps. We'll see you next time.